combination of classic jazz, bluegrass, and country, that's what makes up the VaudeVillains. Well, this Atlanta-based Dixie jazz group are described by some as a modern twist on Western swing and hillbilly jazz. And the VaudeVillains play instrumental music. You can see right beside me. I have Cody Young. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you for having us.
Let's go ahead and introduce these other gentlemen.
Sure. On my far right over here, we've got Chris Anderson, and in the center on the upright bass, we have Chris Carter.
Thank you guys for coming in.
My pleasure.
All right, all Georgia men, how did you get together? How did it all start?
Well, it started as a duo with Chris Anderson and myself. We were both playing as session musicians and side players for other singers and songwriters, and we got together and we said, hey, let's play something that is a little different on the guitar, something that we can sort of stretch our legs as musicians. And then we brought Chris Carter in about a year after we put this together to fill out the sound.
So how long have you been playing? Do you just play the guitar? I know you guys kind of bring in several different instruments.
Yeah, so personally I've been playing guitar since I was a kid. My dad plays guitar, and that's sort of how I got started. And you know, these guys, very similar stories, and we mostly stick to these instruments. I think that we all are pretty comfortable on other stringed instruments. I play pedal steel. Chris actually played as a funk drummer for a little while.
Oh, right on.
And
you wear many hats, including the one that you have on right now.
Yeah, and Chris Carter is a very good guitar player as well.
All right, so there's always something kind of in the background. So what has inspired you guys to do what you do?
Chet Atkins.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
okay.
Chet Atkins is a huge guitar hero of mine, and he's a big influence on our sound and what we play, along with other guitar players in that same vein, like Jerry Reed and Tommy Emmanuel and Steve Wariner, and you could go on and on and on.
All right, so when you guys start to jam out, when you play, is there anything in particular that you do to kind of get in the mood? You know, do you have like a little ritual every time?
Oh, you know, I've never even thought about that. You know, we all have our jokes. I think that to break the tension of a show coming up or something like that, you know, most of the time if you're sitting around us, we're making fun of each other and we're making fun of ourselves.
That's good, because you always have to laugh at yourself. You know, if something kind of funks up just a little bit, you can still come together and have a good time.
Yep.
All right, so what are you guys going to play for me today?
Well, we're going to play a little bit of what you heard in the beginning, Picking with the Preacher. It's a song that is inspired by a very big influence on myself, a pastor from Augusta, Georgia named Dwayne French. When I was growing up, I was playing blues and jazz and rock guitar, and I was working in a music store. I was 15 years old. And this preacher came in, and he was playing this thumb style music that Chet Atkins played, and it just blew me away. And I finally worked up the nerve to ask him what he was doing, and every time I go back to visit my family, he and I get together, and this song is sort of inspired by him.
I like that you made that connection. That's really cool. Well, so I'm going to let you gentlemen take that away.
Well, thank you. You guys ready? Show for the VaudeVillains is tomorrow night at Dixie Tavern in Marietta.